All right, they started early on us. I got you. All right, hopefully this is working. 8:02 left in the first period. As they go to face off here, we have something going on. Looks like Sophie is facing off. All right, I'm almost there. Sorry, trying to get the link out to everybody. Looks like Buffalo has it, trying to clear it out of their zone. Puck out at center ice now as they'll bring it into their zone. Goes for a shot there, stopped by Hanson and covered. As we got face off here with St. John. Puck's going to go towards Hanson. She's going to cover it. As St. John will go to face off again. Puck comes back to their point. Point sends it back down into the zone. Sends one down, stopped by Hanson. Puck now over to Kornick. Kornick with it now along the boards. St. John comes over and takes it out. Now Kornick with it, sends it across over to Omshad. And puck comes out to neutral ice as Stain gets in there. Buffalo able to clear it out of the zone. Now sent down by Kornick. Picked up by Stain. Stain sends it into the corner. Now back out to Wirtz. Wirtz over to Solf. Solf brings it into the zone, knocks it back over to Wirtz. Wirtz back to Sophie. Sophie turns, sends one down, stopped by their goalie. Rebounded by Lensmeyer. Now stolen away by Buffalo. Wirtz knocks that one back towards the zone. And Buffalo sends it back out to neutral ice. Mead getting in there, steals it away. And she's going to bring it across and into the zone. 5:09 remaining in the first period. Buffalo up 2-1. Again, sorry for the delay. We were told a 5:15 game, and they must have started a little early. As Wirtz is going to turn and bring it up, she slides it over to Soph. Soph brings it into the zone. Puck sent out to neutral ice where Cornick will pick it up. Still sending it across to Sting. Sting tries to tap it into the zone, but Buffalo turns around, sends it back out. Now they'll come into the zone as Lily will take it at neutral ice. She backhands it over to Rugemer. Rugemer turns, knocks it down into the zone. Homeshad pinches along the boards. Rugemer comes in to help. Buffalo comes out with it as they'll try and clear it out. Cornick says, nope, we're going to stay at this end, as she sends it back in. As Buffalo goes to bring it back up. Now comes into the zone, takes a shot, sends it into the corner. Rebounded by Omscheid. She tries to send it back down. Deflected. Now back out to neutral ice. Rugemer trying to clear it out of the zone along with Sting. Buffalo comes up, takes a shot. Just a bit outside. Rebounded by Lensmeyer. As Wimmer has it now behind the net. Taken out to neutral ice as Wirtz knocks it back into the zone. Shot there by St. John. Deflected. Rebounded by Buffalo. They'll turn and dump it into the zone. 3 minutes remaining. In the first period. Puck out to neutral ice. As Buffalo comes in, steals that one away. Now comes into the zone. St. John trying to clear it out. And Buffalo sends it back down and in. They go for a centering pass. Now out to their point. Point sends it back down in the corner. Another stop there by Hansen. Rebounded by Mead. Mead over to Wirtz. Wirtz tries to get it to Soph. Another backhand picked up by Wirtz. Wirtz sends it up to Sophie, and she's going to bring it up ice. Now into the zone. As it plucked away, so they'll reset. As Sting races back to the puck with 1:38 remaining in the first period. Puck over to Hess. Hess to Rugemer. Rugemer sends it up to Wimmer, or to Soph. Now back to Cornick. Rugemer. Sophie getting her stick in on it. Minute 10 remaining. As Cornick gets the puck at neutral ice. Now has it stolen away. Buffalo sends it back. 1 minute remaining. As Sting sends it back behind the net to Cornick. Cornick sends it ahead. As Olmscheid trying to take off with it. Now Lensmeyer backhands it out. 39 seconds remaining. Puck at neutral ice. Now Sting tries to send it forward. Has it intercepted there by Buffalo. Lensmeyer sends it back out. 20 seconds remaining. Puck goes down as Cornick sends it over to Olmscheid. And their point gets it and sends it back down. 8 seconds remaining in this first period. Point has it. She loses it, and that's going to end the first period. We're at the score of 2-1. All right, we're back for wow, second period of play. As it looks like we got Akerson, Lensmeyer, Homscheid, Wirtz, and Mead on the ice for the Stars. Start this second period. Excuse me. And the puck gets sent down off the face-off. Now it's going to come back to Wirtz. Wirtz tries to knock it forward. And Buffalo pushes it back down. Mead trying to backhand it out. Buffalo's right there to keep it in the zone. They go for a centering pass, deflected. Another shot there, goes right past the defender and Hansen, and they'll get their third goal. Face off by Lensmeyer, pushes it over to Wirtz. Buffalo pushes it into their zone. Tries to get a centering pass, but broken up. Puck into the corner is, we can't see it as the media table is in the way, but no room for me up there. Puck along the boards, still in the zone as Wirtz is trying to clear it out. Wirtz over to Homscheid. Homscheid clears it out. Akerson's got some open ice here. She's going to bring it into the zone. She's got a one-on-one, takes a shot, blocked by the goalie. Akerson gets her rebound, tries to go for a centering pass, has it deflected, and sent out of the zone into neutral ice where Tiana picks it up. She'll send it across over to Stang. Stang has it deflected out, intercepted. As here comes Buffalo up the ice. Now into their zone, makes a move, goes around, tries to get a shot off, but a little razzle dazzle, and she lost the puck. Tiana trying to clear it out of the zone. Buffalo's able to keep it in there. There's a centering pass there, and covered up by Hansen with 13:03 remaining in the second period. Puck shot there, stopped by Hansen, sent out over to Hess. Hess sends it over to Jansky. Jansky lost it off of her stick. Now to St. John. St. John sends it up to Jansky, who dumps it down deep into the zone. As we get a line change, Greeley comes in off the bench. Greeley with the puck. As it's stolen away. Lensmeyer gets in there, steals it back. Buffalo gets it back. Now they're going to clear it out of the zone. A little more razzle-dazzle there by number 19. But Greeley steals it away. And she's going to get the puck back again. Comes up, takes a shot just a bit outside. And that one's going to get knocked down deep, and they'll get icing. As the puck gets sent right at Hansen off the faceoff. Stopped. Buffalo keeps it in their zone. Now sent down behind the goalie. As Shakerson's going to take off with it. Comes down into the zone. Off to the side. Takes a shot glove save by their goalie. St. John to face off. Puck goes through the goalie, but knocked out by Buffalo. Akerson will pick it up at neutral ice. Has it plucked away, but Sting was right there to get it back. Puck now out to neutral ice. Tiana trying to push it forward. Now sent down into the zone as Sting will get it. 11:03 remaining in the second period. Puck goes to Hess. Hess loses it. Buffalo takes a shot off the pipe. As Sting's going to get it back now, sends it into the corner. Buffalo takes it back. Their point sends it down. Goes for a shot. Stopped by Hansen. Rebounded by Buffalo. And then sent out of the zone by Akerson. And they'll get icing. And we'll get a line change. Yes. Not like last game. As the puck stays down at this end. Except now it's going to come out of neutral zone. Buffalo races back, picks it up, sent across ice. Hess is there. And Greeley. As they'll battle along the boards. Buffalo's going to come out with it. Now brought down into the zone, deflected by Wirtz. Mead getting in there. Now picked up by Buffalo. Intercepted there by Greeley. Greeley's going to turn and burn. Stops. And has it plucked away and now sent down in the zone as Mead waits for it. Tries to push it up ice. Picked up by Jansky. Now back to Mead. Up to Greeley. Greeley turns, dumps it down deep, and they'll get a line change. As Buffalo goes to bring it up. Homscheid gets off the bench. She's going to race in. Tries to get a stick in on it. Deflects the play. As Homscheid has it along the boards, sends it over to Tiana. Tiana stops, redirects. She's going to skate up with it. Around one defender. Now into the zone. Puck by Stang. She sends one down just a bit outside. Rebounded by Lensmeyer. Stang stops. Has it along the boards. Keeping it in the zone. Using her skate. And that one's going to go down and around. As Tiana's going to try picking it up. Puck's going to sneak out of the zone. Picked up by Stang at neutral ice. They'll have to reset. As Lily is offsides. Puck comes out. Wirtz sends it down into the zone deep. As Wirtz is able to keep it in the zone, sends it down to St. John. St. John in the corner tries to get a centering pass. Buffalo is right there to stop it. 8:08 remaining in the second period. Centering pass there, deflected by Buffalo. Now picked up, and here comes Buffalo up the ice. Akerson gets a stick on it at neutral ice. Sends it across to St. John. St. John goes to dump it down. Lost it, and now here comes Buffalo up the ice. Takes a shot just a bit outside. Rebounded by Mead. Mead into the corner. Now sent out to neutral ice where Buffalo picks it up. Mead backhands it out to neutral ice. Picked up by Buffalo. Now sent into the zone. As Wirtz backhands it. And Buffalo sends it back. 7:15 remaining. Wirtz getting a stick in on there. Deflecting here from coming up front. As the puck's out front, their point winds up and takes a slapper. And we got a whistle for some reason. Penalty on Buffalo. Tripping. Which puts River Lakes on a power play with 6:57 remaining in the second period. Greeley, Jansky, Holmscheid, Tiana, and Stang on the ice for the Stars as Jansky will face off. Puck comes out into the corner. Really looking to get the puck back. Buffalo trying to clear it out of the zone. Stang steps up, taps it. That one's going to knock out of the zone, and Buffalo's going to bring it up. Deflected there by Tiana. Now picked up by Stang. Stang tries to send it across. Gets the puck back. Now sends it up to Jansky. Jansky tries to send it deep. Has Buffalo right there to send it back. And now Greeley pushes it in. Jansky sends one down to behind the net. And Buffalo clears the zone. A minute 21 remaining on the power play. Tiana races down, picks up the puck, sends it up to Holmscheid. Holmscheid sends it over to Jansky. Now deflected by Buffalo. Jansky's going to get it back. She'll have it behind the net. Turns, redirects. Now goes to bring it up ice. Brings it across. Now into the zone. Has it deflected, and they're going to call offsides. 1 minute remaining on the power play. 5:56 remaining in the second period. Lensmeyer to face off with Akerson and St. John. Wirtz and Mead on the ice with her. Puck is cleared out of the zone. Wirtz with it now behind the net. Backhands it up to Akerson. Akerson tries to get it over to St. John. A little back and forth action now as Akerson turns and brings it up ice now. She's got a 1-on-2 here. Has it behind the net, looking for options. She's going to skate around the moon. Comes up, fires a shot down, almost directed there by Lensmeyer. Fires another one up and over the top of the goalie. Rebounded there by Mead, but Buffalo gets it and sends it down deep. Wirtz races down to pick it up. 8 seconds remaining on the power play as Wirtz redirects, tries to send it out, has it intercepted there by Buffalo. And Buffalo goes back to full strength. Buffalo gets it out center, takes a shot just a bit outside. Mead with the rebound. Sends it over to St. John. She tries to push it forward, has it stolen away by Buffalo. And then Lensmeyer pushes it forward. She's going to race up there, tries to get there, but Buffalo got it back. Now turns, sends it up ice. Wirtz races over there. Gets the puck back with 4:14 remaining. Wirtz stops, redirects, sends it across over to Greeley. Greeley says, I'm going to come back here and show you how it's done. She comes back, and Buffalo steals it away. As the puck's loose, Jansky plucks it out into neutral zone. Now over to Greeley. And Buffalo takes it back. Jansky gets in, steals it back. Now she gets tripped. No call there. Or maybe there was. He was hiding in the back ice. Yeah. So I looked at that one and no, he didn't have anything. I'm like, oh, no call. As River Lakes will go on a power play again. Or not. Oh, yeah, she's in there. Okay, there we go. River Lakes on a power play as Jansky faces off, sends it over to Greeley. Greeley out to Stang. Stang back to Tiana. Tiana sends one down, tipped by Greeley. Now over to Stang. Now back to Greeley. Greeley skates around the top. He's going to turn, backhands it over to Tiana. Tiana sends another one down, deflected by their goalie, rebounded by Greeley. Back to Tiana. Now sent down in the corner to Jansky. Jansky back to Tiana. Tiana sends it into Jansky. She backhands one forward, directed, blocked by their goalie, picked up by Greeley. Greeley sends it back to Jansky. Jansky uses the board, sends it back to Greeley. Greeley looking for options. Skates in from the center. Takes a shot just a bit outside. She's looking for that top corner. Now sent back down in as Jansky gets the rebound with 2:43 remaining. She sends it across, tries to get it to Akerson, but has it tipped. And she'll race down and pick it back up. 55 seconds remaining on the power play. Puck back out to neutral ice. Buffalo trying to clear it into the zone. And that time sends it down. Rebounded by Mead. Mead tries to send it up to Hess. Picked off by Buffalo. Buffalo has it now behind our net. Or behind Hansen. Hansen stops that one. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. As Buffalo has it again, sends it out to their point. Point tries to get a shot, blocked by Akerson. She's going to skate up with it now. She's got some open ice. Comes up, makes a move, backhands one in, gets taken out, no call. And that one's going to get sent out of the zone. Wirtz rebounds it, sends it across over to Akerson. Lensmeyer found a slippery spot there. Now Akerson brings it in the zone, goes around one player. Minute and a half left. Sends it over to Lensmeyer. Lensmeyer with it now behind the net. Tries to send it up to Mead. Mead using her skate, trying to keep it in the zone. Buffalo gets it back, now pushes it forward. Comes into the zone, fires one, deflected there by Hansen. Minute 10 remaining, they're back to full strength. Mead pinched along the backboard. Wirtz races over to the corner. She'll send it over to Olmscheid. Olmscheid sends it out to neutral ice. Minute remaining in this period. As Buffalo turns, goes to bring it into the zone. Sends it down behind the net. Buffalo looking for their centering shot. Deflected there by Mead. Now comes out to Wirtz. Wirtz goes to push the puck up at 38 seconds remaining. She'll go around the player here. Now into the zone, into the corner. Buffalo player grabs the puck back. She's trying to get it back from her. She pushes forward, staying on defense. A little one-on-one, sends it towards the boards. Goes for a centering pass, but nobody's home. Now puck along the boards as Wirtz is battling out with 11 seconds remaining. Puck comes out to Greeley, 7 seconds remaining. Greeley goes to push forward, and Buffalo steals it away. And that'll end the period with a 3-1 score. We'll be back for third period. All right, back for third period of play. There we go. As Lensmeyer, Olmscheid, Wirtz, and Barton are on the ice for the Stars. As puck gets dropped, puck goes over to Barton. Barton tries to take it with. Well, ice is a little slippery with the water on there. Puck comes down into the corner as Lensmeyer pinches. Buffalo gets the puck back. Now goes for a centering pass. Rebounded, sent down, stopped there by Hansen. Puck into the corner as Wirtz is pinched along the boards. Now sent up to Mead. Puck's going to come out of the zone. Picked up by Barton. She makes a collision, does a little do-si-do there. Puck comes back to her, though. And she'll turn and send one down. Buffalo with it now, sends it out to neutral ice. As Stang gets a stick on it and deflects it. Puck sent down into the back as Roski will pick it up in the back ice here. Sends it over to Larson. Larson up to Hess. Hess pushes it out to neutral ice. And Buffalo gets it back as Lilly comes off the bench. Sends it across over to Roski. Roski pushes it out to neutral ice. Now sent back down in by Buffalo with 13:38 remaining in this final period. Puck bounces down. Hansen trying to keep it out of there. Larson backhands it out. Buffalo gets the rebound, takes a shot behind the net. Puck comes out to their point. Point tries to send one down. Now back out to the point. Point sends it back down. Sends it across, deflected there by Hess. Takes a shot behind the goalie again. Buffalo back out to the point. Now back down as Larson gets in there, tries to deflect it. Over to Roski. Roski trying to push it forward. Now back to Larson. Larson trying to clear it out of the zone. 12:40 remaining. She gets tied up. Uses the board, trying to push it forward. Sting trying to clear it out of there. Now puck goes back to Roski. Roski picks it up. She's going to turn. And clears it out of the zone. Comes up to neutral ice. Sends it down. They'll get a line change. As Olmscheid, Barton, Mead, St. John, and Wirtz check on for the Stars. Olmscheid getting a stick on it there, deflecting it. Buffalo turns, tries to bring it in, has it deflected off a Mead stick. St. John tries to take off with it. A little back and forth action at neutral ice. Now Olmscheid sends it across and into the zone. Picked up by Buffalo. Fakes out the first pass. Sends it across in the second. Centering pass there was deflected. Picked up by Wirtz. Wirtz sends it across to Olmscheid along the boards. Olmscheid tries to send it in back to Wirtz. Wirtz says, I'm taking off with it. Let's get out of this zone. She dumps it down. Mead picks it up behind the net. Tries to get a wraparound. Puck still loose. There it is. That's in, wasn't it? Darn it. Looked like she tapped it on that second try. 11:08 remaining. As Lensmeyer faces off, puck goes over to Sting. Sting sends it behind the net. As Buffalo comes out with it, trying to clear it out of their zone. As Lensmeyer comes in, tries to get a shot off, deflected by their goalie, gets a second chance, deflects that one. And here comes Buffalo across neutral ice and into their zone. Stang ties her up. Boroski steals it away with 10.5 left in the game. She'll try and get it up to Lensmeyer. Buffalo steps up and steals it away. Boroski comes in, tries to steal it back. Well, Lensmeyer sends it out to Hess. Hess backhands it to the Buffalo player. Goes for a shot there, deflected by Larson. As their point tries to get one down, but Stang deflects it. Well, Lensmeyer and Larson trying to get it out from the wall there, and now Larson gets it back. She's going to skate up. Goes between a couple players now into the zone. She turns, looks for her options. The Buffalo player comes back with it. Sends it forward as they get a line change. And they'll get icing with 9:26 remaining. Shots on goal for the Bison, 24. River Lakes, 12. St. John will face off. Buck sent down and around as Wirtz skates over, tries to get there. Now picks it up. Stops, redirects, uses the board, tries to get it to Olmscheid. Puck's loose out front, tries for a shot, deflected there by Hanson, rebounded by Olmscheid. She tries to clear it out. Buffalo gets it back at neutral ice. And they'll get icing. 8:52 remaining. Stars still trailing 3-1. Stang, Hess, Mead, Boroski, and Larson on the ice for the Stars. As Stang goes to face off, puck sent down into the corner. Buffalo gets it, tries to send it down and around. Now using the board, sends it down into the zone, and they'll get icing again. Stang to face off. Puck pushed forward. Buffalo gets it, sends it down and around the opposite side. Now tries for the centering pass. They'll bring it into their zone. Does a little razzle dazzle again with her stick. There's a stop there by Hanson. Puck comes out to Hess. Hess pushes it into neutral ice. And Buffalo brings it into the zone. Another slapper shotter. Staying with the rebound. Now brings it into the neutral ice, into the zone. Boroski getting the puck back. Now into neutral ice. Skates into the zone, dumps it down deep. She's going to turn and go out for a line for a change. As Wirtz checks back on, along with Lily Barton. Wirtz sends the puck back out to neutral ice. Buffalo grabs it, brings it back in, tries for a shot. Mead stops that one. There's another shot just off to the side of Hanson. Back to their point. Point tries for another slapper. Stopped there by Hanson. 7:03 remaining. Barton trying to push the puck up Out to their point. Point sends it across the other side, sends one down just a bit outside. Rebounded by Barton behind the net. Now Lensmeyer trying to get in there. And they'll send it back down and around over to Wirtz, who's going to pinch along the boards. Mead getting in there too. That's Coach Muradov. He's blocking the view. Barton battling it. Buffalo comes out with it. Comes back. Mead trying to get in there. Now the puck's loose. Out to neutral ice. She'll come off for a change. Buffalo turns, goes to bring it into the zone. Met by Barton and Wirtz. Homscheid comes in, grabs the puck. She's going to turn, brings it up. Gets it at neutral ice. Buffalo gets it back, turns, sends it down deep with just under 6 minutes remaining. Wirtz gets it behind the net. Now to Barton. Barton skates it over, taps it over to Homscheid. That one's going to sneak down into the zone. Buffalo will pick it up, skate behind their goalie. Tries to send it up. Now into neutral zone. As Larson gets a stick on it, she's going to get it back. Now trying to clear it out of the zone. And she does. Off. And there's a whistle. 5.5 left. St. John to face off. Puck goes out to neutral ice. And Buffalo will now bring it into the zone. Skates behind the goalie. Looking for a centering pass. Deflected there by Stang. Stang's going to race down there for her. Puts on the afterburners. And beats the Buffalo player. Puck over to the corner. Hess will get it. And Buffalo gets it back. Pushes it up forward. Now into the zone as Roski will grab it. Just under 5 minutes. She'll skate up along the boards. Now across neutral ice. And dumps it down into the zone. Buffalo trying to clear it out of the zone. Now out to neutral ice. Larson gets it, sends it back to neutral ice. Buffalo sends it back. Lensmeyer chases. Gets there first. She gets tied up. Buffalo grabs it quick. Now Lily trying to get a stick on it. Now Barton. And Buffalo's got a 2-1 nothing as they're going to come up. Takes a shot, deflected off of Hanson and goes in. With 3:52 remaining. Puck comes out as Buffalo gets it. They'll take a shot off the top pipe. Ring the bell there. Another Angel got its wings. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Stang has it, brings it into the zone. Gets taken down. Buffalo clearing out of the zone. Now at neutral ice. Now into the zone. 3:15 remaining. Tries to get a shot off. Stopped there by Hanson. As the puck comes out off the Lensmeyer face-off to Larson. Larson trying to keep it the Buffalo players. And they get it back at neutral ice, brings it into the zone, taps it back. Now she'll skate in. Takes a shot deflected there by Hansen. Rebounded by Mead. Centering pass deflected by Roski. Buffalo dumping it back down as Larson goes to chase. Lensmeyer gets in there, tries to clear it out. Point stops it. Skates in. Backhands one up and over the top of Hansen. 2:22 remaining. Larson sends it out to Hess. Hess pushes it to neutral ice. Now tries to send it across to Mead. Mead gets there and knocks it down on end. Rolls into the back wall. And Buffalo brings it up. 2 minutes remaining, and they got an icing call. St. John to face off. Martin, Holmscheid, Wirtz, and Lilly on the ice for the Stars. As St. John faces off, puck goes forward. Buffalo trying to clear it out of the zone. Martin says, no, let's play at this end. Sends it back down. Buffalo grabs it back with 1:46 remaining. Puck at neutral ice. Buffalo brings it into the zone. Sent down. Shot blocked by Hansen. Another centering pass. St. John gets it. Sends it across to Lilly. Lilly taps it to neutral ice. And we get a whistle. Lensmeyer to face off. Stang, Mead. Roski and Larson out there. Roski with the puck. Sends it across over to Larson. She's going to send one down. Deflected. Mead with the rebound. 1:05 remaining. As Buffalo clears it out of the zone. Now staying with it. And we got a whistle. Lensmeyer is going to go to the sin bin. They call there for roughing. 41 seconds remaining. As Roski's going to bring it up, a little 4-on-4 action here. To end the game as Rhea buzzes the tower with the puck. Roski defends, sends it out to neutral ice. Now stolen away by Stang. Stang's got some open ice. Comes up, gets taken out. No call. 14 seconds remaining. Puck comes back to Larson. Larson sends it across to Roski. Roski dumps it down to Stang. Now into Mead. 5 seconds remaining. As the puck's pinched along the boards. That'll end the game. I didn't have the camera over there. Sorry. That'll end it. 4-1. We'll be back in about 20 minutes, half hour for the varsity game.